Originally in Spanish, second half of 2022. Yazhi, I received a message from a good follower. Edited. I am writing on behalf of 11 starseeds of my group. We wish to make a request to Yazhi, Athena, or anyone from our beloved Tigetan family. We would like you to give us an effective exercise to develop telepathy, so that, if exercised well, we can at least communicate with each other. There are many videos on YouTube that talk about how to develop this ability, but understanding that in this world, by design, everything is a lie, we do not trust the information on YouTube, and we want you to teach us an exercise. We understand that the Cabal, through mind control, has established that humanity is not telepathic, and that the telepathy does not exist. We know that this is not so. We think that developing our telepathic abilities is one of the biggest weapons for the Cabal and the controllers. It would be a terrible hack from within this matrix that states that this ability does not exist. The problem is that telepathy is not something isolated that can simply be practiced with good results. Not having telepathy is part of the set of existential agreements or rules of what is possible and not possible in the experience in the so-called terrestrial 3D, the experience of being a human being. That is to say, it is of no use or very little use to do exercises, which besides, I could only give the same exercises that are already on the internet. The only way to develop telepathy at a useful level is to transcend those agreements of perception, all together, as a package, because everything is connected. That is to say that the development of telepathy comes as a consequence or as a part of evolution of consciousness in the broad sense. You have to follow a process of increasing overall comprehension, awareness, spiritual advancement, of understanding and being able to perceive other realities, densities and dimensions. And that is achieved with an integral personal work, not with exercises. With a great spiritual advancement, expansion of consciousness and of the limits of what the person understands as possible and not possible within his perception of reality. The problem here is that what defines that reality and the agreements that sustain it is mostly unconscious mental process. That is, we are trying to change the non-conscious and automatic process of the mind itself. The only way is, as I said above, with a spiritual advancement as a whole, not by seeking telepathy alone. That's why many people develop it quickly when they come up here in space, leaving the Earth, because it radically changes their understanding of reality in the face of tangible evidence that surrounds them completely, thereby breaking down and transcending old paradigms, leaving the agreements of perception and of what is real and not real as a shock. I cannot give exercises because I do not have them, or they are the same. Yes, they are useful, but it is not the solution. It is only an aid. It's like giving an obese person exercises to lose weight. It won't help if he or she is not consistent with other exercises, and mainly if he or she doesn't stop eating junk food. In other words, you have to make a whole change in your diet and lifestyle before the exercises that I or anyone else can recommend can be of any use to you. It's not that those exercises are not good. I mean, they are not enough to lose weight, or in this case, to develop telepathy. It does not depend on me or anyone else in space whether or not they have telepathy or memory. It depends on the spiritual development and consciousness of each person. It depends on the perception of reality itself and how each person sees and understands it. They have to raise their whole mind and expand their understanding and awareness. Much to learn and apply. And with that process, telepathy develops as something inevitable, which sprouts as a side effect of their greater, expanded, and broader consciousness.